The Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, what was once a rugged, go-anywhere utility truck, is now the go-to baller truck for TikTokers, Instagram influencers. What started as a simple military vehicle is now a sign of wealth, status, and questionable tax strategy. But how did a rugged, boxy SUV become a tax loophole favorite for influencers and small business owners? Stick with me, I'm going to break it down. What's up, guys? Corey Hankerson here from Legacy Tax, and they call me the Levy King because I've helped thousands of clients with unfiled tax returns, back taxes, tax liens, and that's right, IRS levies. If the IRS took your check, the Levy King will get it back. 1-877-LEVY-KING, LevyKing.com. I'm also the author of End the Tax Nightmare, Insider Secrets to Beat the IRS and Reduce Your Tax Debt. Inside the book, I'll show you how to stop IRS levies, liens, and garnishments without paying the tax in full, how to set up the payment plan you want and not the one they want you to have, and how to potentially settle your tax debt for less than you actually owe. My book has been a top seller on Amazon for years. You can buy it right now for $19.99, but I want to give you a copy of the book absolutely free. Just go over to my website, www.endthetaxnightmare.com, enter your name, email, and I'll send you a copy right away. No charge, not even for shipping, totally free. Before we go any further with the video, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you get a heads up each and every time I drop a new video. All right, guys, let's dive into today's content. Okay, so the Mercedes G-Class, sometimes called the G-Wagon, went into production in 1979, around the same time as Land Rovers and Land Cruisers. Early G-Wagons were really utilitarian. They were diesel engines, four-wheel drive, locking differentials, go anywhere type of attitude kind of. The first generation wasn't even officially sold in the United States, but gray market importers bought a few in for their wealthy clients, and boom, now it's a thing. It wasn't until 2002, however, that the G-Class officially landed in the US with leather interiors, V8 engines, and all the luxury trimmings. Yet for the first decades, sales were low, around 1,000 units a year. So what changed? Here's the part that made the G-Wagon the ultimate small business flex. And that was Section 179 of the IRS Code. Section 179 is meant to help small business owners write off the full cost of business equipment in the year it's actually purchased, instead of having to depreciate it over years. Normally, if you buy a $50,000 vehicle, you deduct it slowly over 5 or 7 years. Section 179 kind of flips that. You can deduct the entire purchase price of the vehicle in the first year, even if you only made a small down payment and financed the rest. For vehicles, though, there's a catch. The law applies only to road legal vehicles between 6,000 and 14,000 pounds gross weight. That's the vehicle itself, plus passengers, cargo, and like other fluids like gas. It was meant for work trucks or delivery SUVs, but clever business owners realized that a luxury SUV, like a G-Wagon, technically qualifies. The only requirement is that the vehicle is used primarily for business. Here's where it gets interesting, but also where misconceptions happen. Let's say you buy a $150,000 G-Wagon for your business. Can you get one for $150,000? I don't know. But let's say you work that out, right? And with Section 179, you can deduct the full $150,000 from your taxable income. But that doesn't mean you're saving $150,000 in cash. The actual savings will depend on your business income and tax bracket. So for example, if your business earns $300,000 a year and you deduct that $150,000 G-Wagon, your taxable income is going to drop to $150,000. If your effective tax rate is around 30%, you're saving roughly $45,000 in taxes, not the full $150,000 price tag. Now, that's still huge, but it's important to understand the deduction reduces taxable income. It doesn't actually refund the purchase price. Let me say that again for the guys in the back. The tax deduction for buying a G-Wagon is going to reduce your taxable income, but it does not. It don't refund the purchase price. Like, you're not going to get $150,000 back. You're just going to reduce what you end up owing at the end of the year. This is why so many small business owners and influencers started snapping up wagons. So like with careful planning, a luxury SUV like that could kind of double as a legitimate tax strategy. I'd say legitimate-ish, at least on paper. But don't get it twisted. You have to document your business use, you got to log your mileage, and you got to report it as a business asset. Or the IRS can disallow the deduction faster than you can roll down Rodeo Drive. So when you see a G-Wagon parked outside a small business, know this: it's not just about looking rich, it's actually also about leveraging a tax rule that most people don't even fully understand. Suddenly, the G-Wagon wasn't just a luxury SUV, it was a tax-smart investment. Sales in the US more than doubled. Accountants recommended them. Mercedes even added Section 179 info to some of the web pages of local dealerships. It became a status symbol for a new type of business owner: the influencer, the gym owner, the solopreneur. Anyone looking for a flex or to flex their wealth and reduce their tax burden, the G-Wagon was the thing. The G-Wagon write-off actually became self-fulfilling prophecy. If everyone's doing it, everyone wants it. Now, not everyone does it right. Section 179 only applies to LLCs or S-Corps, and business use is self-reported. Commuting doesn't count. Selling the vehicle will trigger reporting obligations. Mistakes are easy, and the IRS is not exactly forgiving. Section 179 was meant to help the little guy, but luxury SUVs like the G-Wagon, and yes, even some Cybertrucks, have co-opted the loophole. The system may seem arbitrary at some points in time, and the line between smart planning and tax trouble is thinner than you think. So, is the G-Wagon just a luxury status symbol? Partly. Is Section 79 part of the reason it exploded in popularity? Absolutely. But before you try to write off a six-figure SUV, talk to a real tax professional, not just a YouTuber, or you could end up owing back taxes and stuck under a mountain of tax debt. Speaking of tax debt, I want you to know that there are special programs in place to help you get a fresh start. But how do you know if you qualify? You see, no two cases are exactly alike. So how do you know exactly how much you can settle for? Well, I've created a free tool to help you get qualified for a fresh start. Just head over to www.levyking.com. Click the link below, follow the prompts, and answer a few simple questions, and we'll help you figure out your eligibility. That website again is www.levyking.com, or you can give us a call at 1-877-LEVY-KING. That's it for this week, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
1-877-LEVY-KING, Levy, Levy King, 1-877-LEVY-KING, LevyKing.com.
Owe back taxes to the IRS? Call the Levy King. He's the best. 877-LEVY-KING, LevyKing.com.
1-877